Hey fishos, look seriously, we've got some really good reports and some really crap ones too, I can tell you now. And there's a lot of mixed up stuff going on at the moment. It's that time of year where we're out of the trout season, so to speak, in the streams, but they're going pretty good in the dams, and we're into the big cod season. And it's a little bit early yet, but it's just starting to happen. But we'll start off where we always do, Dartmouth Dam. The old mate Maso down there, and he doesn't tell me porcupines, I can tell you now. Tells me there's a lot of good trout coming out of Dartmouth, absolutely cracking at the moment. A lot of good activity, flatlining, paraveining, downrigging, doesn't matter. You'll catch trout at Dartmouth Dam. As you know, Victorian streams are all closed, or as you should know, they are all closed at the moment for trout fishing. Hume Weir. Old Meso's got a tear in his eye. It's just not happening down there, I can tell you. It's been really, really quiet in Hume Weir. The odd fish here and there, but look, seriously, it should be a lot better. Should be hugely better than what it is. Plenty of crays from Albury down to Mulwala. Pretty hard to get your boat in, little flat bottom punts, that sort of thing, but anyone that's getting in is catching quite a few good crays, to be honest with you. A little bit better than what it is up here. Mulwala, the odd fish coming out, one here, one there, but nothing to write home about. Murrumbidgee River, there was a few crays getting caught. The long weekend just gone was a little bit ordinary on the cray side of it, and I think, one reason there was that many cray pots in there and that many baits, there'd be more cray pots and baits than there would be crays in the river, so that's why it was sort of spread a little bit thin. Majority of people caught a few, put a few back, that sort of thing, or put most of them back, to be honest with you. So look, they're still there. Go and have a bit of fun, and they're starting to pick up again now. Night time is the time to hit it. There's been a few nice cod caught in the river, not big numbers, but as you know, we keep saying this, and just remember what I say. This time of year, it's not numbers of fish you're going to catch in the river, it's the odd good one you'll catch. Put in a bit of time, bait fishing, lure fishing, doesn't seem to matter, flick a few lures around, you might do okay. Chermont River and all our streams are closed as far as trout fishing goes, but all the dams are still open. Blaring Dam, there's a few trout, the odd few trout getting caught at the top end for those one or two people that are chasing them right up around Yaldi in that area. Traditionally, we chase a few rainbows up there, trolling with Tassies, CC minnows, or the little Dr. Pratt mini minnow. Pretty hard to beat up there, I can tell you. You'll pick up the odd yellowbelly and that on it with a bit of luck. If there's any around with their mouth open, it should be okay. There is a few cod coming out of Blaring, a lot off the bank with bait, and there's some really big cod getting caught off the bank with bait. There's the odd few on lures. Now, this is a bit early for the lure boys. Probably going back from last year and the year before, about the middle to end of July, right through to August is where it really kicked in. I do get the odd person come in saying we're bullshitting because they don't catch any fish up there, but look, seriously, and I emphasise this, I've said this a million times, if you don't fish Blaring all the time, don't fish it at all, because it's going to be really hard for you and it's going to break you, I can tell you now. And it's not an indication whether you're a good or bad fisherman, it's just a very hard dam to fish. It is Australia's #1 cod fishery, but it's also Australia's hardest dam to fish. I should put it in writing in a big sign-ups at some of the boat ramps, so people will remember that. There's a small handful of people that catch a lot of fish up there, and there's 99.9% of fishermen couldn't catch a fish there no matter how hard they tried. Notice they don't have any or very few fishing comps at Blaring, because even the gurus can't catch fish there. So just keep that one in mind, but it is really going to kick in. And you will catch a few up there if you put in the hours. Talbingo, not too bad. A little bit of activity there. We're getting some nice trout, trolling, fenders, worms, Tassies. Dr. Pratt mini minnows are starting to fire up there too as well. So we're pretty happy with that. So a little bit of activity at Talbingo. Yucca bean, a bit of activity off the bank with bait or trolling. It's not going crazy or anything like that. Burren Juck, some nice cod coming out of the Juck. A lot of the blokes going up and catching some big fish up there. They're basically keeping it a secret because they don't want anyone to know, but goodness gracious me, Burren Juck's been producing cod forever and a day before most of these blokes were born. But it is producing some big fish. and it's certainly worth the effort. It's a bit better than Blaring at the moment, and that's why more people seem to be heading there. Compleat had a bit of a run over the last couple of weeks, week and a half. It really fired up. Hope it lasts. It may. It's been pretty crap for the last 2 seasons, but it's really kicked in. Bit of luck, you'll get some big cod if you want to travel all the way to Compleat. Wagga Dam quietened down a bit last week. There was some very nice fish caught, but off the bank with worms for yellow belly is very good. Casting and trolling for cod is reasonable at the moment. There's been a bit of a slowdown. Bit of colour in the water there, which is not too bad. Abercrombie and Lachlan Arms. Abercrombie's starting to clear up more than what the Lachlan Arm is. But in that main basin, sort of where Oakey Creek and that is, it seems to be the most consistent. But the water gets a fair bit clearer down towards the dam wall, and that's where there's a few cod getting caught as well. So it's certainly worth a bit of a look around at the moment. As you can see, we've got some good activity around us, and you're not going to get them sitting at home dreaming about it or Googling it. Just get out there and do it. Compleat English Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.